Hello, welcome back to Soul Days. All right, let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with a quick crypto market update. We've mostly focused on Solana here. So let's ask this question. Should we be bullish on Solana right now? All right, so I'm going to take a look at a couple of things. First, let's take a look at the major players, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and let's compare Solana and how Solana is doing. As you guys know, market has been rough lately. For Solana, past 7 days, we got an iceberg up here, and it's been rough going. Seems like everybody's grandma is selling right now, but we still have more grandmas to go. Looking at some special charts here. Yeah, we got channels going all over the place here. We're kind of in an upward. We've been in an upward trend, and that's not necessarily a good thing. For the short term, we got a pressure wedge building here that might take us down in the next day or so. We might want to start to look for some action here, but yeah, it might take us down a few more steps here, closer to $33, $32. Midterm, maybe in September, which isn't great. September is historically pretty poor for crypto overall. So what do we have in store for Solana September? Right now, based off of some major moves in the past, looks like the trend is showing that early first week or two for Solana, you can start to look at mid $20 prices here. But this is also suggesting right here that something should happen. Okay. Well, and so what does that mean against the big boys like Bitcoin and Ethereum? So I pulled up some interesting stats here. Overall, Bitcoin, about 90% of Bitcoin long-term holders haven't sold or have maintained the same amount in their wallet, hasn't been touched for nearly 5 years against the total supply. However, new addresses continue to go down slightly, but we are seeing a turn for the downtrend on new addresses on Bitcoin. But what I like to look at are fees, because I believe fees are the better gauge of network usage, right? So every time Bitcoin is transacted, there's a fee. Wallets, we can create numerous amounts of wallets. People could spread their Bitcoin thin, Ethereum thin across different wallets for multiple purposes. Fees, I believe, are a little bit stronger indicator of what's happening with the network. So let's take a look here on Glassnode at some Bitcoin fee volume. And you can see here over the past few months, several months or so, Bitcoin's kind of trending downwards overall with fees. Does that mean that should we incorporate the loss of value of the dollar price on the USD? No. Let's take a look at CryptoQuant. So we see here Bitcoin active addresses, more or less, indicating that it's staying pretty steady. But overall, especially in the past week or so, we're seeing a move to the down. On the fees, does it match what's being shown to us? On Glassnode, well, from the beginning of the month, so speaking short term, short term, yes, we're headed. Looks like Bitcoin network is losing some fees. Long term, might actually be up a little, which is good. That's good. So let's take a look at Ethereum. So I'm going to check Ethereum's total burn over a year, so somewhat midterm. Yeah, and it looks like even Ethereum might be losing some fees despite the price of USD. And if you guys notice, the price of USD is actually climbing against the world market, but that's mostly because the world market, the rest of the many other countries, major countries, they're facing higher inflation costs than we are. And while our inflation isn't exactly moving too much right now, although we're all expecting, and it's projected for inflation to continue to increase. You have countries like the UK, which are facing forecasts of double their current inflation, which is about 10% right now. Some forecasts came out lately that UK might see some 19% inflation rates. Here, this major spike in fees was the other deed mint, I believe, which was April 30th, around here. So looks like actually Ethereum is facing rougher network loss on fees than even Bitcoin. So CryptoQuant doesn't show anything on Solana. So I'm going to use cryptofees.info, and maybe we can insert the comparative here. So we have Solana in yellow and gold, and Bitcoin up on top in gray. Overall, we see a downtrend for Bitcoin fees, but Solana is kind of, even though it's taking it down, it's maintaining a pretty steady course. We've always trended around the mid 50 range, and here we're ending today at 54, or yesterday at 54,000 in total Solana fees. I bring these points up because we want to know, we're really familiar with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been holding both for a while, but we also want to look at new opportunities, right? And I think Solana, so you look at here, Solana doesn't even make the cap here on coin.dance. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Cardano on here, XRP. I like Cardano too, no knock, but so is Solana a sound investment? If Solana was a major piece of this pie here, and we're facing even though crypto market overall is down, if Solana were facing some kind of downtrend now, it wouldn't be as bullish as if Solana wasn't even on the map yet. But yet, Solana is holding pretty steady. It's continuing to grow every day. So I want to point out a couple other things. So Solana's validation count continues to rise also. So here we stand just under 2,000 and 1,900. Although on stakers.info, I'd like to know why Cardano is inserted here. Maybe you guys can help me figure that out. But the number of validators in Solana continues to grow at 1,900, and that would put Solana right here above Avalanche and just behind Cardano. But what do we know about Cardano? Cardano's not even fully done yet. Another interesting stat for Solana is that while we're looking at market cap versus return on investment, Solana presents a pretty unique and surprising opportunity for investment there, on at least on gain, and while Cardano might as well right now. You know, it's really early for Cardano too. They're still fleshing out their Cardano network, so there could be a lot of upside to Solana and Cardano now. But getting back to Cardano, I mean Solana. What do we want to see from networks, especially as an investor? We want to see plans for development, right? And here you go. So moneyprinter.info. This is a quick and easy way to look at the growth issuance, how much money is being invested in development on a chain. And here we have Solana coming in at number 3 right now. So pretty interesting stuff, huh? Solana is building. Solana is growing. Here we have Cardano. So should we be bullish on Solana? And what does that mean for Solana NFTs? As we know, Solana NFTs usually making the top here, top 2, right next to Ethereum. But actually, Solana is actually moving up this because not too much. If you saw my previous videos, just recently, Solana was actually number 4 on this volume chart. So Solana still got some really good health in its NFT ecosystem. Overall, really bullish for Solana. And that's, you know, if you're a crypto enthusiast, crypto investor, you like to see somewhat smaller cap coins like Solana and Cardano still building, still growing. That's a good sign overall for all of crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum included. Another thing I wanted to follow up on was a couple of major recent movers in Solana NFTs. So I want to look at Abracadabra, ABC. This project is interesting. See here, we got a lot of action on this collection here. It's a 10,000 piece collection. So reportedly, it's completely immutable, which means that it's totally on chain. It's being backed and maybe even hyped by a major prominent player in the SOL NFT game, HGE. You can see in his tweet here what's he talking about. So running this trend, no Discord, no Twitter, no team, just art. Is it? I don't know. We'll find out. Wasn't launched on a launch pad. It was dropped right onto Magic Eden at a set price of 1.23. No rarity, no minting required, which means no bots, no mass bump, and no mass dump. 0 royalties. So completely ownership uncensored, right? So if you buy one of these NFTs, you're the complete owner. There's no royalties to pay to the creator. And there's no lockdown on the quality or the one piece that you're buying on the NFT inside this 10,000 collection, because there's no rarity, or at least no official rarity stated by HGE himself here. And he goes on to give some kind of breakdown on it. But so he's talking about what this project is as far as how it relates to the blockchain. He does mention here it's just art. It should resonate with the Solana ecosystem. And don't expect a pump when you buy. But it looks like if you look at the live feed here, I've been seeing it all day, ABC, moving. See some new buys just recently in these past few moments. let's take a look at the art. So I like to look at art resolution. I mentioned in my again in my previous videos that one quick and easy way, and it's saved me many times, is checking out the art resolution. A lot of times with scam projects, ripped art, like stolen art, it'll have some small resolution, so the square would be showing up at a smaller size. So this is fine. It's medium. Sometimes you pull up art and it takes up the whole screen, you know. Interesting. Some pretty cool sketch art here. Yeah, I guess this is a Cyclops troll. And so let's watch this ABC project, Abracadabra. A throwback maybe to some feelings inside about being a kid. At least that's what the description says here. And another project, so let's jump right into this one, Sentries. I've been talking about this in the past couple videos. I saw a little bit of pullback earlier today, down to 2.5. I did see a floor at 3.2, nearly 3.3 last night. So we're definitely back down here, 2.6. I do think that there were some sell-offs to get into recent mints, like Tokyo. What was it? Tokyo Saints. And some people are probably selling off definitely for some ABCs here. So interesting. A lot of movement today in Sol NFTs. But so Sentries, let's take a look at Sentries. Sentries is a really interesting project. It's one of those projects that, if comparable to other projects, like I mentioned, Shadowy Supercoder, this has a lot of potential, right? So they're gamifying the validation network. So I'm going to jump from Sentries on Magic Eden page to their Twitter page. And now let's check out their website. What do they have on the menu? So they got some options here. And what we know about Sentries is that you can stake either your Sentry or Sol. What does that mean? So we're going to stake it on their validator called Load. The Load. That's a Sentry's validator. How do we do that? So if we hit stake here, it'll ask you to open a Solflare account. So I looked at this pre-hand. I don't have a Solflare wallet right now that I want to use for this. I want to use Phantom. Most of us are going to be using Phantom. Phantom's a pretty popular Solana wallet. I'll be making some tutorial videos about how to open a Phantom account. You might want to check those out. So is there a way for us to stake on Phantom? And it looks like there is here. We have a little video that they built. So I went to the third option from the menu at Learn How to Stake. So I'm a little confused here. Are we staking Sentries themselves, or are we staking Solana? Because it looks like it looks here that we're being asked to stake Solana. So I want to know why I'm buying Sentries. But it's still interesting, so let's take a look. So it says that we're going to open our Phantom wallet. Here's a Phantom wallet. I set one up using my Utter Chaos wallet here. Yeah. So we want to start staking. So what I did there was I opened my Phantom wallet from my extension browser. I clicked on Solana here, where it shows your balance. And then I click on Start Earning Sol. And then I'm going to search for the load validator. See a 0% fee. How much, what's the minimum here? Can I just stake like, how much do I have to do? 0.1? Can I do 0.01? 0.03? You know what? Let's do 0.1. Okay, so we're going to stake 0.1 SOL, which is about, if Solana is $34 right now, that's, let me do my math here, 34 cents. So here you'll see number of delegators and the total amount of SOL staked. It's 20,000 SOL staked, or just about 21,000. There's a 0% commission fee, so 0% cost, no cost, and 268 delegators. That means there's 268 people like me who staked already. All right, so while that's running, while that's staking, there you go, I got a notification on my phone saying that I just staked, I just sent 0.1 SOL. All right, and we're staked. So you see here, I had 0.3 SOL in my wallet, now it's 0.2. It'll tell me that I staked to the load, 0.1. And so now what happens? So why do I want to stake? I think Sentries did a really good job breaking it down here about why do I want to stake. So I still don't know after reading this how Sentries fit in, but so according to this, staking to the load powers up your Sentry. That helps reward us stakers from the revenue sources generated by Sentry's business-to-business solutions. I still don't know what those solutions are, but it sounds interesting. By staking to the load, we'll drive further and higher returns for others, and the more we stake, the more slots are awarded to the load validator, and that means higher APY, annual percentage yield, that we can get on a return. So any commissions that are charged, but we saw a 0% commission fee, any commissions that are charged are going straight to the treasury account for the Sentries for rewards for the community. any of those funds are going to be used for the Sentry project to either build tooling for community outreach like marketing and possibly distribution to more holders of the Sentry PFP. So interesting stuff. So I want to know if I can stake my Sentry. So it looks like here, so we're at Solana Beach, solanabeach.io, which is a network stats monitor dashboard for Solana network itself. But all right, well, that'll conclude today's video. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Give you guys a quick rundown of some pretty hot projects right now. I really like ABCs. I really like Sentries. I think it's a great project. It has a chance to bridge outside of the NFT ecosystem. I'll be doing more coverage on it. I'll be talking more about Sentries. Yeah, crypto market, still a long ways to go. And Solana, should we be bullish? I think so. I think yes. All right, trade safe, have fun. Bye.